Let's talk about how I stay organized while traveling the world and make sure that my businesses are still growing and that I'm getting healthier and that ultimately I'm reaching the goals that I want to get to. I'm currently in Marbella, Spain. I've been here for the last 2 weeks, and I was in Mexico for 2 months before this, and I've been on the road for 6 years now, just traveling, seeing the world, being nomadic, but also still growing my businesses and my mindset and just becoming healthier and all of that. But the question is, how can you do that? How am I staying organized to do that? Because it can be very distracting and very easy to lose momentum. We're in a very special time of year right now because we're about a week away from 2025. And what's special about this time is that I set goals in order to make sure my year coming up is going to be the best year ever by setting long-term goals and then ultimately breaking them down into quarters and months and then ultimately daily so I can take action on those tasks. Let me give you a quick sneak peek as well as to my view right here. Beautiful Marbella, Spain, and still obviously being able to work and get stuff done and grow the businesses so we can continuously become better, richer, and everything that we want in life while living it. So stay tuned as I'm going to screen share and show you exactly what tools I use and how I organize myself for 2025 coming up, as well as just how I plan to do anything and make sure I get those things done and stay organized while I'm traveling and working on my computer. See you on the inside.
Managing your time effectively is everything. We all have 24 hours in a day, and how well you plan those hours translates to how effective you are. So you can move the needle in anything that you're trying to accomplish. I've learned that creating discipline is based on putting good habits into place, and creating good habits is simply trying to do something over and over again for at least 1 or 2 months until it becomes automatic. Practice this concept, and this will separate you from most people who just think or say that they will create a difference in their lives. This concept is also crucial for a lot of you out there who have full time jobs or have a limited amount of time to work with. Chances are that you come home and you're mentally exhausted and just want to shut off instead of working on a new business or working on self development. But if you're organized and you know exactly what to do with the last couple of hours you may have before you actually need to rest, then you can actually work on your business little by little. The first step is to set smart goals and outcomes. Goals that are specific, measured, achievable, relevant, and time bound. You have to be accountable to yourself and actually get these things done. The way I like to do it is via a top down approach, where you start off with the year goal and then you break that down to the day. I've been using an application called Trello to organize this. It's free. It's pretty much an organizational tool where you can create tasks and kind of throw them from one column to the other. You want to create 4 to 5 main SMART goals for the year. You can start off by doing this for your reading list, your workout goals, or even finding your thing through the process of elimination, right? However, we're giving Amazon FBA Wholesale a shot. So once you're done with this masterclass, you'll want to do this for your business goals. Think goals like increase sales by X% by the end of the year, increase social media followers to X amount, introduce X amount of products by the end of the year. Once you have your yearly goals, you want to then break them into quarterly goals. So, for example, if you want to introduce 4 products by the end of 2024, you might want to do 1 product a quarter, things like that. Now, once you have all 4 quarters estimated, you keep going, break them down, break quarterly goals into monthly goals, and you can pretty much see that you can continue doing that, right? This allows me to stay on pace for big year end goals that seem crazy to get to. Do you see how that's like a top down approach, right? If not, then check this out because we're not done. You have to keep breaking them down. When you have your monthly goals, you want to break those into weekly and then days. The way I do this is by adding weekly focal points to my personal calendar. Think iCal or Google Calendar. Here's an example of my calendar. You can see here that from September 1st to the 8th, my main focus is to plan out the pre launch. From September 11th to the 13th, I have to finalize the listings. And then from the 14th to the 22nd, I have to launch. And then 25th to 29th, I will look into the new silicone cups. These are all a part of my monthly goal of September, which then relates to the Q3 goal to then ultimately hitting my yearly goal. Now, one last step is needed, and that's planning your day. If it's one thing that you take away from this entire lesson, it should be this, because this has been the most influential part for me and has boosted my productivity like crazy. And that's pretty much planning your whole day with time deadlines the night before. I use a tool called Todoist. It's completely free and can be downloaded on your laptop and your phone. There's a famous saying that if you don't plan your day on an hourly basis, then something or someone will plan it for you. When you schedule your 16 hours of awake time, you're keeping yourself accountable and structured. This allows you to say no more often and yes to your goals because you've planned it. And trust me, it doesn't feel good when you disappoint yourself. So let me show you again how I do it. I'm going to plan my whole day out from when I wake up to when I go to bed. I usually get up at 9 a.m. I brush my teeth. I drink some water. I start off my mornings actually with my morning rituals as well. That's a bit of yoga, some working out, some meditation, and a bit of Duolingo. Then I check my emails at 10 a.m. and then I do my important focused work until about lunch, around 12:30. I'll have lunch for about 30-45 minutes and then jump on meetings and continue to do other work. Now, I try to add meetings in the Todoist as well because then I can check it off when I'm done with them. So, you want to keep doing this for the entire day, even if it's things like having lunch or meeting a friend or watching a movie at 9 p.m. or something, you know what I mean? Like all of these things you have to get into the habit of crossing things off. I can't tell you how important and useful this technique is. It all comes down to keeping yourself accountable. When you're building your own business, there is no boss. There's no coworker or teacher to remind you to hand in that assignment or finish that project. It's completely up to you. So do this and keep yourself accountable.
If you're interested in learning about the business that I run that is able to actually set me free the way I've set myself free in the last 6 years, watch the video right here so I can show you exactly the model that I practice by selling products online, but also a new model that works really, really well in 2025 that I started to pioneer about a year ago. But this is the best time to do this model because no one's using it, because no one is even talking about it except for me at conferences every year. So go to this video right here and watch this video to see what I'm talking about.